Welcome in, West Tigers fans, to another episode of the West Tigers Live podcast on West Tigers TV. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're unaware, West Tigers TV, we are a channel for West Tigers fans and everything you need. We have our show on Sunday night, Claws Out podcast, great show again this week. And we'll have Hear Her Roar on Thursday with the girls, talking about the NRLW girls who are doing absolutely gangbusters at the moment, as well as our friends over at West Tigers Faithful, who do Mondays and Fridays. Give us a follow and a subscribe. We're trying to get to 4,000, which is nuts. Trying to get 4,000 followers by the end of the season. I reckon we'll get it, but if you haven't already, subscribe on YouTube. Help us get to that 4,000 mark. Give us a follow on the Facebook, West Tigers TV on Facebook. Always forget these. TikTok and Instagram, and then West Tigers Life on X. Joining me tonight, as always, my right-wing man, Hoff. How are you this evening? Shane Hoff-Coet.
Yep. Evening, everyone. Welcome, Steve. It's been a while.
Thanks,
Evening,
mate.
King. Great to be here. Wish it was under better circumstances, but 7 weeks in a row now. Could have been happier, but we're not. But again, as I say it every week, we move on.
We move
Nothing
on.
else we can say.
I think we'll get the 2 points this week. But Steve, welcome back to West Tigers Live. It's been a minute since you've been on the show. Gaz is on the bench this week. Thank God. He's
Good.
We've seen enough of him on the channel last week or so. But we love you, Gaz.
Well, Gaz is on the bench, or is Rob on the bench? I want to ask
Rob's
you,
on
bloke.
the bench.
Both of them are on the bench.
Rob's on the beach.
Stay there too.
Well, I've actually got a new nickname for Rob, I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon we're going to call him Full Moon from now on,
Full Moon.
because he only comes out once a month, I
Once a
reckon.
month.
Well, you just took my line.
Oh, sorry.
I walked on that all the way over.
Oh, sorry.
I've got a couple of nicknames for Gary too, but can't put them on air.
The Red Moon. The Blood Moon.
Maybe.
I thought that was clever off the top.
Be careful, Gary will be listening.
Nah, he loves it. He just loves us saying his name. All right, big show tonight. Plenty to talk about. Let's get straight into the footy. Let's not take several minutes to get in the footy this week. Everyone would like us to talk footy straight away, and plenty to talk about this week as well. All three of us were at the game on the weekend, so yeah, we blew the lead a bit. Hoff, I'll get your reaction first. What were your thoughts, emotions during that game?
Didn't have many. It was boring. It was average. It was poor. The highlight was probably Fanua's try. It was a great individual effort, but I think that was our issue. You know, we scored 2 tries and both were individual efforts. You know, there was not a team try amongst them. So again, as usual, we're rudderless in attack. Defense was okay, but that's not saying much. It was against Parramatta. The biggest stat that just kills me is, they missed twice as many tackles as us, 48 to 26, and we still cannot get the job done. I've got no words. I was filthy. I was embarrassed. And we'll talk about Benji's presser later on, but, I was lost for words.
Steve, obviously you did a big review with Coach. Who else was on the Claws on Sunday? It was Coach
Gary.
Eddie and Gary, wasn't it? So it was pretty much half an hour after the full time. Any other thoughts on the game that have come across since you?
I think I'm with Hoff, and I said that the other day that I was pretty apathetic about the whole thing. I didn't expect us to win, and we didn't win. And we didn't show much, and we haven't shown much for most of the season, really. I suppose on reflection now, because I watched the show, I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched the 20-minute clip again, and they did have a dig, right? They were up for the game, and I think that was more about Appy and his 250th, and as they damn well should be up for a bloke like that, what he's given, what he gives week in, week out for them and for us. So they were up for it, but there's just there's no attack. There's no attacking structure. There's no multiple points of attack. There's no dummy runs. I think Adel said it really good, because I put the question to him. I said, look, when Penrith will hit you in a set of 6 4 or 5 times. You know, we're lucky if we'll hit them twice in a set of 6. And he just said, because we're lazy, right? We don't put enough players in motion, and we don't get back and be that extra player in motion. So that's just apparent. And then, as it has all season, our outside 4 defensive system broke down and cost us the game.
Too many of our stars just not doing enough. It's as simple as that.
I don't know if they weren't doing enough. It's just the execution. Just like a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people Luai bashing. I thought Luai really had a dig. And watching the warm-up,
he had a go. He always has a go. But
obviously, the elephant in the room was
no direction.
Adam Dewey, the whole Adam Dewey situation. I got there in time to. My seat's basically front row behind the bench, so I had a really good view of the warm-up, and obviously wanted to have an eye on doing how he kind of went through his routine. And he did look a little bit like his not usual enthusiastic sort of self, but Luai really was trying hard to kind of rev Adam up. And I watched him, like, they were sprinting, and he was kind of like joking around, kind of just trying to bring Adam. I think Adam looked quite nervous coming into the game. And I think that there was just like his normal execution of passes. It was just like Steve said, the effort was there. It was just execution, just passes that just they weren't to the chest. They were just here. There was a pass that Luai dropped. Who threw it? I think it might have been Terrell May. We had a good opportunity to put the game away, and the pass just went up here, up to over the left shoulder of Luai, and he put it down. It's just
AD's pass to that supporter in the 8th row.
It's just a matter of inches. And the try that was disallowed, I still think that ball touched the chalk. That was given no.
I've seen a couple. Anyway, I've seen a couple of angles as well. And look, again, 50-50. But if I'm a betting man, I agree. I think it all has to do is touch it.
Yeah, it's just scrape some chalk.
They said it in the press conference, though. I think Luai said it. That you got to ask the question. How do you fix that attack up? And one of the words you used was repetition, right? And you look at the good clubs at the moment, the ones at the top of the table and are going to be in the top 4, top 8. Their execution at the moment is just spot on, right? It's just they just nail it, and that's because of the amount of repetitions they do at training. Obviously, now having injuries and having people coming in and out of key positions stops you from having those repetitions and getting that flow through a season. But we still look like we're 2 weeks out after preseason. Like there is no execution to any standard, and for far too long, as I said the other day, for far too long, and it continues because I'm not hearing anything different. But we accept this mediocrity. We accept that pass over the shoulder, and we walk away. Oh well, he had a dig at least. He tried. Well, it's not like when you play Melbourne or when you play Penrith or when you play the Roosters, for crying out loud. Like they execute within an inch of their life, and we can't execute for anything. Like it's got to change, man. It's got to change.
I think some of it could be down to just confidence as well. I just think we've just got the yips. Just since, like you said, the combinations are a big part of it as well. But these guys, they're all NRL quality players. It's a good team on paper. We saw the team play well at the start of the year, and those passes were hitting the chest. They were there was offloads in second phase play, and they did look like they had cohesion. I think it's just. But
that's my point, Josh.
Yeah, I think mentally they're just.
I agree with that. I agree because you saw that when the Whanua got over, you just saw them physically lift. Right?
Yeah,
they were
a different team.
Yeah, they were really buoyed by it. But you talk about the beginning of the year. We see that segment of the year every year. We see.
Do we though?
Yeah, we do. We see, like, you go back to
2 years ago. We didn't we go 8 weeks without winning?
Yeah, but we still have a period where we put it together. Like last year, we started the season pretty well, if memory serves me correct, right? So that 4 or 5 weeks that we do put it together, we look really good. But what happens to us every single year is we cannot sustain that, and we can't build on that, right? That start to the season, that's like catching the opposition off guard, right? We started strong and stronger than most teams. But as they start to build into the season, we don't, and we go backwards. And okay, you can blame injuries to a point, but there's always some crisis or some something that happens that just throws us off kilter.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question: do you guys think we were really that good at the start of the year, or
Yes.
other teams
No, I think we'll.
that hadn't really found their
we'll grind.
mojo?
We'll grinding. We played.
And we were. Again, this is a question I don't believe it.
I mean, we
but
beat the Cowboys.
I'll put it out there.
I mean, the Cowboys were pretty shit house on the weekend, but we beat the Raiders. Or the Raiders didn't really have that good of a season. Who else?
Warriors beat the Warriors.
We beat the Wars. We're going to finish second in New Zealand. Who was the other win? We should have beat South. We're pretty close to beating South.
Could have beaten Brisbane.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
point.
That's the thing too. There's a lot of wins this year. Like I thought that Brisbane game might be the difference between making the finals and not making the finals because there was just that.
Yeah. But every team can sing that song. You know, every team has hard luck stories throughout the year.
Yeah. Steve's right. I don't disagree with what Steve's saying.
I reckon we played well for that time of the year.
Yeah.
We were a top 4 team against what the other teams were putting up on the paddock at that time of the year. But as other teams got stronger and faster and more cohesive, right, and it all started to fall into place for them, we had injuries that stopped us from having our and key injuries too, from getting that, being able to build because we were scurrying for players, and therefore it didn't happen. And then Luai did what he did, and that hit us for 6. So we just didn't grow. But at some stage, we've got to accept the fact that we're going to get injuries, we're going to have problems, and we have to fight through them.
A bit of depth in the squad will help, hopefully, too. Next year. Speaking of which, we'll get more into the game as we go along because we've got your player ratings and that sort of thing as we move on in the show.
Can I give a shout out?
Of course you can.
At the Ambush, which was really well hosted, Steve. So congratulations again, mate. This is one of the best ones I've been to.
We were going to talk about this anyway.
Oh, were we? Sorry. No, I met 2 people that, you know, God love them, travelled all the way down from Rockhampton for the game.
Poor buggers.
What about
come down?
The young
Terry and Kathy from Rockhampton. Shout out to you guys. On behalf of everyone, I'm sorry.
What about the young kids?
To see that.
What about the young kids we spoke to on our check on YouTube? If you're a YouTube member, you can
watch.
You're a
Philadelphia fan.
Yeah,
check them out.
Young boys all the way from Philadelphia to their grandfather who's an Aussie got them into the Tigers, and they came all the way. And the kid said, we kept fumbling the ball. He wasn't wrong. Wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're a YouTube member, you might have seen our clips of Hoff's post-game reactions with fans. The whole uncut version is up on our YouTube if you're a YouTube member. I think shouts to all our YouTube members. On the YouTube membership too, had a few people reach out about Discord. If you do want to join the Discord and you're a YouTube member, so that's part of the reward as well, come join us. And I believe the YouTube channel should set up and give you an automatic link. If not, podcast@westlife.com if you are a member, and I'll give you, come join the fun. Lots of fun discussions going on in the Discord over the weekend. Shouts to all our legends. It was quite funny. A bit of a running joke in the Discord is everyone kind of has their designated player. It was Connor's birthday on Sunday.
Yeah, that was great.
And Fanua Pole is his guy, and then Pole, and just everyone was
that's for you.
Yeah, a lot of excitement. So it's a fun place to be, especially when the game is on, win, lose, or draw. So,
and it's not just about football. Yeah, we've got different threads: health, soccer, AFL.
Do you have a psychologist?
Yeah, that's in the health. His name's Riff.
That
a man in Miami.
That's something we need.
Or California. Cali.
But it's really good.
Yeah.
Everyone's friendly. Everyone's welcoming.
Yeah.
You know, there's never a stupid question, just stupid people.
And even in the off season, there's NFL, NBA, and all that stuff that everyone likes to get into. So, righto. As you said, as we were, Gaz did a great job speaking to Sean Mellencamp before the game, and Steve, you both were there. Steve, lots of great things and a bit of honesty from Sean, and Gary, without blowing his horn too much, did a great job.
Yeah, well, I think we should I think we should blow the horn for Gary a little bit. Like,
No, he was
Not
like
too much.
Hoff, you just
Not
said it was really well hosted. Well, like really, it was all Gary on the weekend. He put the so what we did we actually put out on the ambush forum. We put out you could bring your questions in, and they were sent through to Gary, and he sort of put them all together, and then put his own ideas to that as well, put them out and asked them for Sean. So Gary just does an outstanding job of that. Like he's not trained in it. He's only just done it, for the ambush, and does it really well. But yeah, Sean was great, and I just want to make the point because there's been a fair few people really give it to Sean on some of the socials out there. Because we do the right thing. We've put it up there. We put it up there uncut. And the thing about the ambush interviews, like the club will have a look at them sometimes, but 9 times out of 10 we're given license to pretty much ask what we want of different people. And I thought Sean was really good in the way he answered them, but he copped a barrage of criticism from some of our supporters. And honestly, guys, I don't know. Like, what do you want the bloke to say? Like the guy's employed by Holman Barnes. He's got to be careful, right? Because if he says the wrong thing, he will get absolutely hammered by Holman Barnes. So he's got to tread lightly. He's got to tread wisely. And I think he gives us an insight into the truth as much as he can. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He definitely doesn't bullshit to us. And I think he should be commended for being available the way he is to the members and fans of the club. And I reckon to criticise him for the answers he gave, I reckon that's pretty weak, actually.
Criticism across social media, we cop it all the time and laugh at some of the things that people say. I think especially the West Tigers fan base at the moment, I think people are just so off their nutter at the moment. They're just saying things just to.
I get people are frustrated as well. People are frustrated. We're all frustrated and angry. But yeah, look, Sean was very passionate in that interview, especially when he brought up the subject of vaping, and he categorically denied it ever happens. He sits right opposite the gym. Use the F-bomb, but he screened it. It's you can't ask for much more passion than that. So everyone needs to get off his case and be happy that, he's done all these press conferences and is available for fans, because someone else wouldn't. I can guarantee you that.
The one thing I loved about what he said was he said in the past what we've done is we've tried to have a magic fix. Like we've tried to bring in a guru or tried to fix these problems with one change, right? As if one thing's going to fix it. And because sometimes I get frustrated because I'll say like this is not black and white, right? It's all shades of grey. There's so many parts to this. It's not just Benji's fault. It's not just the players. It's not just this. It's a combination of everything. And he basically said that. He said we've got to go through this organisation, and break it right down and get everything right. And he said it's going to take time. And even though we are all, me included, so sick of hearing that it's going to take time, I think we just have to accept that we need to do that.
Anything else?
Has Benji got the time?
Well, Benji, well, this is the thing, right? Because it's not just down to Benji. It's like, it's Benji and with support, and it's Sean with support, right? It's all of them they need a lot of support, all of them.
Yeah, I just worry about Benji's future if, this time next year we're sitting in that bottom half of the ladder again. Does he survive? I hope he does. I hope he turns it around. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, as they say. And, this is a huge baptism of fire Benji's going through at the moment. Today, the weekend's last press conference is the first one I've really disagreed with. Every other one's been pretty okay. So hopefully he can turn it around and we can just finish the year, a lot more positive, starting with the Dragons.
Well, Michelle Watson just sent us a $15 super chat.
Oh, thanks, Michelle.
Just to say thanks, guys, for the show. Thanks, Michelle. We see your support all the time on our shows, so thank you very much.
Does that show up on our bank accounts, or how does that?
Shows up on that new camera that we've just bought.
Yeah, we spent $9. If you can see our wrinkles in HD this week, it's because we went out and bought a $900 camera. So
I meant personal bank account.
Personal. I'll we'll split it $2. What's 15 divided by 4? It's $3.
Not much.
75 each. Half a coffee each.
It's a redskin or something like that.
A redskin. No, you can't call them that anymore. They're called redskins.
I'll call them redskins.
Get some coon cheese while you're there.
And chicos.
Chicos. Oh, you can't.
Chicos.
Chicos are gone too.
Chicos are gone.
Gollywogs.
Gollywogs. They were the best. Anyway.
Woke nonsense.
I loved a gollywog, man.
They were the best, eh? In milk.
Yeah.
Gollywog in milk.
Awesome.
Tim Tam.
Next level.
Biscuit chat. That's what part of this time.
Tangent one.
What? Oh, yeah, okay. What biscuit are the West Tigers? I'm going to say Ice Vovo.
No, because they're actually a bit fancy, the Ice Vovo. What's the shit one in the Arnott's packet with the red cream in it? Tastes like shit.
I think they're called just assorted cream, isn't it? Or
assorted cream's the white one, isn't it? The red. It's got red. Google it for me, Jay.
Or it could be
Crown. No,
could be Tim Tam. Promises much, but doesn't deliver.
Tim Tams are the best biscuit out there.
the milk arrowroot, because they always fucking
Tim Tam,
crumble.
The Penrith Panthers are the Tim Tam. It's a good one.
Thanks.
Tim Tam again because they melt when heat's applied. Can we offer a prize?
The owners wish we were Oreos or just black and white.
That's good. Yeah, we're orange slice.
Orange slice, there you go. Orange slice. Yeah, they taste like shit too.
Too funny. All right.
I'm hungry now. Jay, do a bicky run. Have a survey. Get us some bickies. Well, all right, moving on.
Monte Carlo, they were. Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo, yeah, they're awful. And Liam said
Thanks for that,
Anzac
Mark.
biscuit. I like it. I love an Anzac biscuit. Quite like Anzac biscuit. Jaden Brayley, what are your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, well, we should have it in the beginning of this year.
Well, it's not confirmed.
Yeah,
Not confirmed yet, so
allegedly. We're not in court, but yeah.
I'm not defaming him, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon a good depth signing. I don't think I'm, giving any great news by saying that. But a good depth signing. I just want the club to be able to manage that well, because we do need experience there. We do need the depth, but we really need to bring Haywood through, and that other young fella too. They both, I can't remember his name.
John?
They both, yeah. No, the other hooker.
Lanyon,
yeah. They've both got potential, so they need a bit of a pathway through. But at the moment, definitely a good depth signing for us.
Someone, I can't remember if it was on our show or I read it somewhere. There's a rumor that Raiders are chipping in. Does anyone have any?
I didn't hear that. No.
It could be like a Jock Madden situation.
If he's still contracted and they
released him
and they want him to, want to release him, then that would be pretty normal for that to happen.
For any signing, and I say it every time, it's all about the dollar. If the Raiders are chipping in and we're essentially paying him a minimum wage, I mean.
It's a good depth signing.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying, when are we signing our next superstar? We don't need another superstar.
Yeah.
We need another 4 decent players. I'd rather that than, some superstar that may or may not.
I love a superstar front rower, but Steve, we'll go on a little bit of a tangent there. What position do you think, or what positions do you think?
Okay, so I've got a bit of hope for Josh Schuster. I think if he comes good, that is going to be the signing of the year, right? Because I reckon if he comes good and goes into lock, right, he's got silky smooth skill set. Skillful. If he's tough enough to do the hit ups and do the defense at lock, which I don't know, I don't think he's shown that he has in the past, but he's grown up a little bit. That could save us buying a lock, but we definitely need a ball playing lock. Twal has been absolutely fantastic, but I want to see Twal in the middle rotation. I reckon if we buy it with them, we probably don't need another middle, right? But a depth signing in the middle would be good. We definitely need depth for our back row because we've got 2 good starting back rows. We've got Samuel next year anyway, no matter what happens. So I think that's all right. We've got depth in the halves. Outside backs are pretty good. So, I'd be saying lock, and I'd be saying front row, either or of those 2, and then just keep bolstering depth.
well, Sean Blaw's apparently signing for Brisbane. There was an opportunity to fill a couple of those things.
Well, if you believe some of the stuff, the rumors that are out there, it was saying that deal was a long way down the track with us and changed.
Sean Blaw?
Yeah, and changed with the
You're talking about now or
now and changed with the stuff that happened in the last
don't tell me
couple of weeks. But I don't that could be way off the mark, but that is out there.
Just on Josh Schuster, I love how he hasn't just been handed a jersey. You know, he's still being made to train, not even a Magpie jersey. So, you know, he knows that he's going to have to prove himself.
Not even a Magpie jersey.
Yeah, not even a Magpie jersey.
Sunk that low.
All right, so we're starting, are we? 20 minutes in, it's on.
25.
So, yeah, that's good. He's got to prove himself. And, you know, just like Taylor May had to do. And I've got a good feeling about Josh Schuster as well, Steve. You know, he's dropped a ton of weight, as I said before. You know, that's a massive thing in itself.
Yep.
You know,
It's
not
not even preseason yet.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So I wish him all the best. Everyone deserves a second chance.
Yeah.
You know?
Of course, what we didn't mention there in that sort of like that 13 role is our good mate Adam Dewey. And
I was going to say, where's he go then?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
St. George, maybe.
Yeah.
What's next on the news? What about?
Oh, just on the pathways. Sean also mentioned in the ambush. You know, that was his first thing he brought up. You know, putting a lot of focus on the pathway. Steve.
Yeah, he did. He talked. It's interesting because he said that is. He said we're in a position where we could have the strongest pathways. You know, definitely in the NRL, and he talks about having the strongest pathway in competitive sport with the area. But it was interesting listening to Adel, who says, you know, like that's really that way of thinking is a bit out the window in the NRL now. You know, you need to go out and buy it. But I just want to push back on Adel a little bit there because one thing, like if I look at the Roosters as an example, we know they go out and rape the competition and get who they want.
They actually
right?
do have a few juniors. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. But what they do really well is they target these guys around 13, 14, 15, offer them good money, better money than most, right? And bring them across and put them in their system at that young age. So they're actually still following a Roosters pathway. You know, they just may have brought them across rather than coming from their homegrown clubs, you know what I mean? And I think that talent identification from right across the junior systems then has to be, then you got to get them into our system. And that's where, and I don't know as much about this as I possibly should, but that's where I worry about our West Magpies, Balmain Tigers stuff, because where do you drop them? And I really, you know, I just wish we could bring all that together. So we put all our talent in the one team and they progressed together from there.
Well, unfortunately, they don't really like each other. The two systems. Like, as I said to you guys off air, the Balmain comp actually probably has a better relationship with the Roosters and the Rabbitohs. They join forces and kind of play against each other junior-wise. The Magpies and the Balmain Tigers at a junior level apparently don't have that good a relationship with each other, which is just such a shame. They need to... I don't know how you sort that, or who it is, because obviously it's human beings running it. What people
just put some mature adults in a room together for a change. That'd be a good start.
Well, that will be a good start. But
sorry, off.
No,
it's all right. Don't apologise. It is what it is.
I had another thought on that then too. I might.
But is Balmain's relationship with East and who is it? North? You said
South.
East and South. Is that because of demographics being so close, like Balmain and West being so far apart?
I think those two comps too, in terms of juniors, they don't have as many players as you do out west, so they kind of join them together.
I think that'd be more the
years ago. It did used to like I'm talking years and years ago when I played footy, right? It did like you were in the Balmain Junior League until about 15, 16s, and because of the attrition rate of players, then we joined. We used to play the Barella Bears, and that's the Western Suburbs comp,
that's
right?
Canterbury comp, I think.
No, Barella's.
I think it's West, yeah. And it used to be the Balmain West comp, but that was a long, long time ago. But that relationship was there.
Barella's in Lickham.
Yep, West.
Yeah, it's definitely the West comp.
It's West.
But it'd be
I saw a photo of Barella kids and they had the magpie just the other day.
Wasn't the Westcom's Campbelltown though?
Yeah, and
But they go all the way to
in.
Campbelltown, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I guess it's not that far from Barella. I would have thought Barella's closer to.
It's okay, mate. It's not that important. It's all right.
No, it's not. No, Steve. I know you're used to the professionalism of Eddie. But,
No, I'm just
tangents.
You were starting to get upset.
No. I was just thinking geographically that Barella's so close. Like it's near Strathfield. Like it's not far from Balmain.
Like when West were at Lidcombe back in the day.
Yeah,
that's where it all grew.
Yeah,
so
right.
Barella,
Jason, thank you, Jay. Jason, back me up. They're a Canterbury team. It's like next.
Are you sure, Jason?
It's like near. It's next. Barella's near Bankstown.
I know. No. Talk amongst yourselves.
I think we are.
Righto. Moving on to what do we got next, Joe? Sponsor. Oh, the one last raw, of course. So finally, we can announce this. We've been. Hoff and I went to Leichhardt Oval. What day did we go to Leichhardt? Before the show last week on Tuesday, and met with Darcy Byrne. Well, Darcy Byrne wasn't there, but the staff of Inner West Council who hosted us, and we were scoping out our spot. In 2 weeks' time, we are going to live stream from the Latcham Robinson. Steve's going to join us. I believe Gary will be there. Possibly a Bashara, at least one Bashara is coming along. Maybe a Bashara who's been on the bench for a while has promised to make a comeback for that. So we'll be literally live doing the show from the Latcham Robinson stand in 2 Tuesdays' time, Hoff. Is that right?
August 18.
And this is to promote One Last Raw, which is, of course, you probably would have seen announced last week, the concert at Leichhardt Oval. The Angels are playing, the Super Jesus, as well as Wayne Pearce. Wayne Pearce's band is playing as well. Tickets are free. I think it's sold out. All claimed.
All tickets are gone.
Except we've been given 100 tickets for our listeners. If you use the Westlife as a code to go claim, you're going to claim them. They're not.
Don't claim them unless you're going to go.
Yeah, don't. Or sell them on eBay or something. Don't be them. Yeah, don't be one of them. Westlife, so the old name of the show. So West with an S, Life, all one word as the what do you call it? What's the code called? The
passcode
or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Type that in. It'll unlock. There's 100 tickets to unlock using that code. So get in there. They're free. They're literally sold out within. I can't believe they're putting it on for free. It's going to be a killer show to put on for free.
There's the last thing. Bands. There's face paint. There's all this stuff for the kids behind the scenes.
And Leichhardt Oval literally will start being pulled down like the week after. It is literally the last thing that's happening at Leichhardt Oval as we know it at the moment. So, a couple of weeks they're giving us a spot. You got something, Jay?
Just waiting confirmation. There might be junior New South Wales Rugby League finals at Leichhardt. Usually I have the semi-finals there beforehand.
Oh, okay.
So that might be just after, but we'll see
how
the schedule goes.
You might be right. It's okay. It's one of.
Barella Bears, Canterbury Juniors.
Yeah.
I would have gotten away with it wasn't for those meddling chat.
Which is, yeah. So they obviously were back in the day a Magpie.
Yeah.
My wife teaches in that area. That's why I know
what photo I saw the other day then. I swear it was Barella. Anyway.
Might have been.
Wasn't Chester Hill.
Chezo. Yeah, that'd be. They'd be.
I don't know.
Sorry,
anyway,
Steve.
move on. Let's
Steve.
move on.
Sorry, Steve. It's in there thinking into a microphone. Onto the clips, I think, Jay. We'll get some Benji Marshall clips from the press conference. Oh, West Tigers faithful. The Super Jesus worth the price of admission. Did I say Super Jesus? Didn't I?
Yep. And the Angels.
So check them out.
And Wayne Pearce's band.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited for.
He'll be playing on the hill in front of his scoreboard. So
will he?
He is. Yes.
Well, they're giving him his own spot.
Yeah. Which will be on the hill.
I'm glad you were at the meeting because I was just off of the ferries, obviously. I forgot they said that. All right. What have we got, Jay?
We've got guys playing busted, to be honest, who just probably should have surgery, but are just still playing to fight for the club, which says how much it means to some of the blokes. So in terms of niggles and injury, it's a good time for us. So it's been tough for everyone, but through hardships and pain, you get the biggest growth. And through tough times, you see whose character comes out in the end. And I thought we showed a lot of character. Obviously, execution wasn't there, but I'm feeling proud of the boys that they could get through that and put in that performance, given our last few haven't been up to standard.
Benji there saying a lot of character. What character? If you had to pick a cartoon character for the team on the weekend, who would you pick?
Oh, question. Oh, can you come back to me on that?
Come back to me. Fred Flintstone?
I was expecting you to say Mickey Mouse there, Hoff.
Mickey Mouse?
Mickey Mouse.
Goofy?
Bloody hell.
Tassie Devil all over the place.
Tassie Devil?
The shop, yeah. Yeah, I don't agree with what Benji said in this whole. Oh, look, yeah, they showed character, but again, if he was proud, then he's kidding himself, you know. And as Steve said, you know, earlier, we just accept mediocrity, and you know, him being, you know, okay with that performance just shows us where we're at the moment. It's horrible.
Steve?
Yeah, well, it's right. I said this the other night. You know, like I just don't think we can accept this stuff, right? I don't think we can. Like, I don't know. I'd be interested. I'd love to know, and I never will get to know, right? But I'd love to know what his messaging is in the actual dressing room with the players. You know, because it's one thing to sit at a press conference and say I'm proud, and then when he goes behind the scenes, what does he say? Because I don't think you can be proud of that effort. I think you can be proud of the fact they had a dig for Appy. That's fair enough. Yeah. But that's the end of it, because we lost to a team coming 15th. We had enough ball to score 50 points, right? Parramatta showed no respect for the football. They made error after error, and yet they still came through and scored more points than us. That was not a performance to be proud of. This club is not going to be any good until it says that was shit, and it needs to be at a much higher standard consistently. But we don't say that. We just say, oh, yeah, we showed up for each other. We had a dig, you know, and, you know, we're coming 16th.
Again, we won nearly every stat, I think, if not all stats.
And there's been multiple games this year that we've done that. We've won everything but the scoreboard.
Convincingly too, not just, you know, 50-50.
Just not being able to score.
A ton more line breaks we made. Tackle. Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like I said earlier in the show, Steve, I don't know. There was effort. I think the players were out there trying their best, but the best wasn't good enough. And it's just.
Yeah, Rick Dayton saying, you know, Tigers are the worst team at the comp at the moment. It's true.
100%.
You know, we're probably most out of form side by a mile. You know, and I worry about St. George next week. Yeah,
we'll see.
And I couldn't begin to imagine what it must be like to run out there in the NRL. Like, it's so hard and so intense when you've got bugger all to play for. Like, take the Appy story out for a minute. Like, to go out there for the next four games and try to put in high level performance when you've got nothing to gain for that must be so difficult. But you see, it's not now that issue. We're not at that point because of now. We're at that point because of 10 weeks ago and not being able to string wins together when we needed to. You know, that old adage, you just got to find a way to win. When we lose 1, lose 2, lose 3, then we can't lose 4. We've got to find a way to win. And that's the standard. And we year after year, we cannot do it.
Do you think, and yes or no answer here, is everything hunky-dory behind closed doors?
No.
Yeah, I agree. No.
Do you think there's a fracture still?
Yep. I get we're low on confidence. That could be 60% of it, you know, maybe even 70. I don't know. But we win that game 10 times over if things were good. I'm telling you.
Just look at any set of people, right? The Adam Dewey situation, no matter who you asked, there was divided opinion, right? Some people said he should never play for the club again. Some people said put him back in at halfback on next week. It was divided. So you can't tell me that in a group of 17, 19, 30 players, there's not going to be divided opinion. And these guys have got egos, mate. Like these guys are used to getting what they want, right? Like they don't get told no very often. So there is definitely going to be within that group people that are for Adam Dewey playing because that was the best. He's the best player for that position. There's going to be people that were really pissed off that he didn't get reprimanded for what he did. So there's no way now how deep that goes and how bad that gets. I don't know. Like a good administration can sort of get that stuff and get hold of it quickly and settle it. I don't know whether we will or not. Time will tell.
And I'd still think the same way had we have held on to a 13-12 win. You know, I don't think, and I don't know if you guys noticed leaving the ground, but you didn't see many Paris supporters jumping up and down celebrating. No, it was just a pig of a game, and I don't think there was a fan in there that was overly wrapped in what they saw. So had we have held on, I'd still be just saying, look, we lucked out and got the win, but it wasn't great.
It was definitely, it's obviously Parramatta's home ground. Please, can we play that game at Campbelltown next year, please?
That won't happen. Because I'm telling you, if both sides are traveling, they'll play it 100% at Combat.
If it's
they'll get 30,000.
Who hosted Easter this year? It was them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's our
what was the crowd for Easter? Probably 20 something thousand. They'll always play it at Combank.
Yeah. Should be a home ball.
What do you guys think about this? Because this is a real argument at the moment out there, or debate, I should say. Do we as fans do we just keep blindly supporting? Do we like there are
I have seen this narrative.
Yeah.
Like
I've seen the opposite. I've seen people say, "Oh, West Tigers fans didn't turn up for their team because the crowd was shithouse on the weekend." But you're right, and I mean, Rob's for example. I'm not throwing Rob under the bus. I'm a little bit throwing Rob under the bus, but he's checked out for the year, not going to the games anymore. And the start of the season he was, and I don't begrudge. Like I sent Snapchats to family, and my cousin wrote back, who's a Tigers fan. He's like, "Oh, you're brave," and he was going to games at the start of the year. So there is that I see what you're saying. There is that mentality out there, like we should be protesting by not going.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know whether it's not going because I'm agitated. I want to protest. It's more like at what point for us as fans, because we're the ones that have been at it for 50 years, right? Like Jerome Luai's been here for 2, right? Like Sean Milcamp's been here for a year and a half, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Appy's only been here for Benji. Like I've been attached to the club longer than Benji.
Well, he played in the grand final 2 years ago.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like these guys everyone comes and goes except the fans.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, I will never walk away from West Tigers, right? But I've turned my auto renew off for next year. Because because I'm thinking to myself,
you're an elite member too.
Yeah, I'm thinking, do I want to? Am I prepared to spend that money? Because what that means is the minute I buy those memberships, everything else in my life takes second place to that, right?
Yeah.
And I think, well, maybe we will go on holidays in June next year, for 4 or 5 weeks, rather than not do that then because we're at the West Tigers. Now I can balance that. Like I know Gary won't mind me saying it. Like Gary would never even consider not buying his membership, right? And all power to him. But what do you guys reckon? Where should we sit as fans in that debate?
I'm not going to lie. I have sat at games this year. I'm fortunate enough. My son is of the age. I took him on the weekend. He's been to a few games with me this year if it's a day game. But I got a almost 1-year-old at home, and I've sat at games this year as we're getting towed up and thinking I could have been at home with my kids.
Yeah,
I could have been spending time. My kids are only going to be. My daughter's only going to be like 10 months old, like less in their baby years, their growing years for so long. I'm sure you can relate as well. And I've just sat there and thought, I'm spending my time being angry, sitting here watching my team just absolutely get demoralised, and I could have been at home just spending time,
This year
quality
was-
time with my family.
This year was the first year I became a member, and every other year before that, I never did because I didn't want to be committed because I just wasn't happy with what I saw on the field. I didn't want to have to be forced to go and watch them when they were playing dog shit. And I think though we all turn up because we know that we can play better than what we're currently playing. So we always think, you know what, maybe next week's the week where we turn it around. It's always that carrot that just keeps
chasing the dragon.
And
Literally,
you know, I thought we were going to probably win on the weekend. You know, it was at least at worst 50-50.
You nearly did.
So
and I'll be
where
thinking,
do you stand, mate? Where do you stand for next year? If this was your first year of membership, what do you think of next year?
I'm not going to become a member.
Not at all.
I'll buy the
non-ticketed.
basic non-ticketed, you know, to support the club. But yeah, I won't. And I'll just buy my tickets.
You
know,
I went back to platinum this year after going back to premium. So I've had season tickets for the last 10 years, I think, in one way or the other. I went platinum, went back down. Next year, games, and this is not anti-Campbelltown, but I love Campbelltown, but the commitment to get to it's an extra 2 hours of my day away from my kids to go to a Campbelltown game next year. And I probably will still get, I don't know, the draw will come out in November and I'll be like, okay, stuff it. I want my premium seats. I want want to hold on to them. I love catching up with you guys.
Well, that's the thing I was about to say. I actually,
social,
especially the second half of the year, I've actually enjoyed more the social aspect.
Yeah.
Seeing you guys, meeting you guys that watch the pod.
Yeah.
You know, that I've enjoyed that more than the game.
Yeah, the Leagues Club meet up. And then it's funny, the last time we were at Campbelltown, we all met up and it was kind of like, all right, off we go. Like we kind of had to leave the comfort of the tab at the Leagues Club, walk out into the cold, put the beanie and the thermals on, and then sit there and watch that slop against the Warriors. It's just like,
I know.
It would have been nice to just have a few schooners back in the tab and have a few bets and stuff. Yeah, it's tough. And I don't begrudge people for not going. But at the same time, watching, as I said, I watched the warm-up and like when they were doing the warm-up, they ran out and the crowd, there just was no atmosphere. It was just so dead. More power was
they all
louder.
come late, I noticed. You know, 10 minutes before kickoff, I'm like, there wouldn't have been 7,000 people in the joint. And all of a sudden, they did sort of come through the gates late. But
I think that's a lot of the Leichhardt charm too, is the run out for the warm-up and seeing, holy shit, like, we may have lost 5 games in a row, but there's a whole hill of guys that and girls that are here for us. And I don't know, you could just tell when they ran out, there was just that like.
If we were traveling, there would have been a ton more people there. It would have been heaps different.
Yeah, and then winning will solve it. We would come out and win.
But I reckon I reckon what you just said a few minutes ago is the thing about all this is I don't think you can begrudge people for not wanting to commit for next year at this point. And I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying, you know, that like that stuff. Richo, he said, oh well, you know, you're not a true supporter if you don't. You know, I just think the club have been so poor for so long that you then that is a really unfair and arrogant's the word, mate. Arrogant thing to say to supporters that have done so much for so long for so little return. And I think the club really need to think about how it addresses that issue next year. Because, mate, what do they get? What do they get to? Like they were at 13,000 members, maybe a month or two ago. Yeah. So I gave
no one buys memberships in August. So
yeah. So okay. So let's say it's around 13,000, right? It doesn't start the year that I reckon they're going to be. I reckon they'll struggle to get 10,000.
I think we'll definitely see a drop. Well, halfway through this year, I was going to get the elite next year. So
big spender.
Yeah, I was going to get the elite.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Now I'm just until I see more. And the problem is every year we start well, like, you know, we'll get to the end of April next year. And if we're sitting in the top 4, we're all thinking, well, when's the wheels going to fall off?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I was so sure we were going to make the 8 halfway through this year. I guaranteed it, remember?
I think
that ended.
Just another thing with the membership thing too. This year, a lot of the perks, so we get to, as platinum and elite members get to go to warm ups and stuff. They did a lot of them on work days. It's like I can't go, so paying the extra,
Yeah.
and it's a fair price to go from. My seats stayed the same to go from premium season. Actually, no, Combank my seats got better on the better side, but you get a few perks and events and stuff, and I couldn't even go to them because they were at 5 o'clock. And I understand the players, you can't keep the players at night or whatever, but it's hard to get to when you're working 9 to 5 as well. So
there's always next year.
Well, can I just give a plug about what you just said then, right? So I don't know how many people know about this. We've got the fans representative group, right? There's about 7 or 8 of us who sit on that, and on the Tigers website, you go through and you find the fan representative group, and there's an email, and you can send emails through to us, and we can then liaise on your behalf with the club, and so I reckon, at this time of year when you're thinking about memberships, what do you want to see in your membership packs? What's going to make you be a member next year? What worked well this year? What didn't work well? Like, is an 11 o'clock activity any good to people that are working? You know what I mean? Like, and just give us that feedback. And I'm not saying that we can necessarily resolve an issue you may have, but we can at least bring it to the club's attention. So it's it's frg@westtigers.com.au.
FRG?
Fans representative group.
Right.
frg@westtigers.com.au. It's on the website. Use it, right? Because then we will pass it on.
Big thing for me at this stage, I've been platinum member and done it for on and off for years and years. So I've done all the events, meeting the players and that sort of thing. My whole thing now is I want to get my son, and shouts to the club who let my son walk out with the team at the Dolphins game. That was just an extra that they gave me on the back of just the opportunity was there. Wasn't part of the package or anything, but my whole thing is I want my son to get the experiences, and he's done like on the field and that sort of thing, kind of get those perks. I've done it all. I'm happy to just sit, get there, rock up. The social aspect have
best.
Yeah, and they've got to get the kids too. Like my son walked out of the game on the weekend, and he's at that age now that he sits there, he watches it, he plays rugby league now, understands the game, knows what's going on. Screams at the ref, literally screams at the ref. I don't know who taught him that. I don't know.
I lost my son to the storm. Don't you lose your sons.
And Leo walked out and he's like, I don't want to support the Tigers anymore. And I'm just like, and then he couldn't have helped. Like, anyway, and it happened last year too. The Cowboys game. I took him to the Cowboys game. He was excited, and we shut the bed. And it's just, and kids these days, I was getting the light rail home with him, and a couple were was a Para fan husband and a Tigers fan wife, and they were chatting and asking Leo about, like, he had his Appy sign, love Appy, blah blah blah. And they're like, "Oh, you're a Tigers fan, yeah. Oh, our daughter here, who would have been, I assume, late teens. She's a Broncos fan." And it's just like, obviously, she saw dad's an Eels fan, mum's a Tigers fan, going through two teams that have just been pretty. I mean, it was mainly grand. I assume when she was a kid, it was around those spoon eras for the Eels, and Tigers weren't much chop.
Well,
she's just a Broncos fan living in Sydney. Like, you lose the kids. So I think we really got to, and winning solves everything. But I don't know. They need to concentrate on the kids. Don't worry about us.
I used to take my two boys every week. We go the three of us. We go until they got to mid-teens. And then they sort of like stopped coming. Well, my 27-year-old now he came to the St. George game with me, and he said, "Oh, this might be good to get back into this." And on the way home, he's just looked at me and said, "Never again."
Yeah, it's tough. It's a
killer,
and it's 15 years. So like 15-year-olds, if like for all shouts to like Lackey superfan, Lackey, who's been going the game. I think he's about 15 now, and just loyal supporter goes to every game. So the ones that have been, they're in that mid-teens and they're loyal Tigers fans, man, they are resilient kids because there's just been nothing to cheer for their entire life. So one clip down. 50. I thought this would be a quick show tonight, but good discussions. That's what a podcast is about. What do we got, Jay?
You probably don't need to be vindicated or feel vindicated. Is there any sense of vindication that a lot of people thought you shouldn't have picked him?
Well, it's not about a lot of people, is it? It's about what you think's best for the club and the team at the time. And that was the decision we made that we thought was best. Not just me, everyone in the club. And I thought he did a good job.
But just looking at your attack today, like both tries were one-man efforts, barge overs. Like where's it going wrong for you guys? The last couple.
Well, I thought we built a lot of pressure with our attack today, from running hard, creating opportunities and that.
Yeah, the decision to play Adam Dewey obviously was a big one last week. I don't know about you guys, but when the press conference happened and I'm watching it live and Adam had that hand dog expression, I was like, he's learned his lesson. It's come on, come back, Adam. I don't know about you guys. Were you both staunch he shouldn't have played? Maybe I'm just a softie.
Oh, look, depends what day of the week it was when it all went down. One day I hated his guts and never wanted to see him again. And, look, I bought the press conference, what he said last week. He, I took it on face value. I still don't think everything's great, but, I'm hoping that, this bye week, we've got 2 full weeks before we play again. Hopefully, if there's any wounds, they heal. And as I said before, just come out and play better against St. George because I think it's more issues than confidence.
So I think Adam Dewey was being quite open and honest in that press conference. I think he believed what he was saying. If he leaves the club at the end of the year, it makes him look an out and out
liar.
goose, right?
Yeah.
But
unless he's forced out.
But of course. But my concern is not about him. My concern is about Benji Marshall, because Benji Marshall, everyone saw it, right? Benji Marshall stood in front of the board and said, "We have standards at this club now. If you don't meet them,
there's a door.
There's the door." He had 5 people, and I don't know whether they all had to, but I know a couple of them had to front the board, right? Because of they didn't make their times or their stats, whatever they had to make, right?
Was that last year, this year, or was that last year?
Yeah,
I think it was this year.
I think it was the beginning of the preseason this year.
Yeah.
But so he drew a real line in the sand and said the old West Tigers organization's gone. The new aiming for excellence, not accepting mediocrity. The new West Tigers. That if you want to buy in, let's go, right? And everyone bought into it. Players, coaches, fans, everyone bought into it. Now, where does he go next preseason? When he stands in front of that group, because what he's done, he's let a bloke who outright refused to play a game of football under contract because he had the shits and didn't get his own way. Now, I don't care what you think of Adam Dewey. I don't care what way you look at it. That is just out and out wrong, right? There's just no other way you can look at it. I can't accept any other argument. What he did was wrong. And Benji just accepted it and brought him back at halfback, right? So I want to know what he's going to say to that playing group and get that motivation going again next year, because what he said this year didn't mean anything.
I'm hoping that the only reason he brought him back as half is because Latu's suspended. I would have loved to have seen if Latu was available where Benji would have brought him back. Would have been locked then. That's probably one thing I'm looking forward to, next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Where does AD
Against
go when Latu's available? Yeah.
And we beat the Roosters with Latu.
Yeah.
It was Latu and Adam in the halves when we beat the Roosters last year too, wasn't it?
I remember Latu. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see that in a couple of weeks. Another clip there, Mr. DJ.
At halftime, we just talked about keep playing, but let's execute the way we want to play. And I thought we needed a spark, and Fanua's try sparked that for us. Gave us a bit of energy, and then from there on out, we pretty much dominated possession, field position. And then just at the end there, we got obviously a shoulder charge penalty into a try after what I thought Adam turned it around for us. It's a disappointing way to lose, but we're on the other end of that last time we played them too, to be fair.
As you mentioned Adam there, obviously a lot of this game focused on Adam and the lead-up. What did you make of his performance?
I thought it was outstanding. I just thought it showed true character of given the week he had as well, to turn it around and just put that into performance on the field. I thought he showed moments tonight, repeat sets, set up a couple of tries, good kicking game, and defensively was solid of Adam that we all know, so really proud of him.
So Adam's performance in the end, I thought Adam was pretty good. Obviously, there was the pass to who was it? Was it Taruva? Yeah, it would have been Taruva's wing that just didn't hit the mark. It just
it went.
He looked like he was
7
shook
rows
a little
back.
bit. I think definitely the effort was there.
Was it just me? But I saw on the screen after he threw that pass, he was smiling. I don't know what the fuck you were smiling about, Adam. You just threw one of the worst passes in rugby league history.
Yeah, it was like, oh, that was a near miss. It was that sort of look on his face.
That pissed me off.
No, it might have been a nervous smile.
Maybe been a nervous smile. Maybe I don't know.
Like I think definitely he was ashamed of what he did the week before, and it definitely was in the back of his head.
He tried. He tried, Adam, and he scored a great try. Again, we just had so much ball and couldn't ice it. Anyway,
just on that one that went over his head. I'm not talking about the one on Truva's shoulder. The other one that went over his head. It was a poor pass, absolutely, but Taruva's positioning wasn't great either. Like he should have been hugging the sideline to give himself as much space as possible, and he wasn't. He was about, I don't know, maybe a meter in from the sideline, and so his positioning wasn't great either for that. And that's that execution, right?
Yeah. The pass was a bit flat though. I feel like he needed to rainbow it a bit more to give Taruva a bit more time.
He definitely should have taken that second pass.
The one on his shoulder.
I know. Again,
yeah, that was right in front.
I know Tito was a little bit off balance and maybe not in the position he should, but it was catchable.
You're a winger,
and he scores, and
with enormous hands. Yeah, that was right, literally right in front of our members section. There was just so many sliding doors moments in this game. So many. You know what it reminded me of? I don't know if you remember the game, Steve, a couple against the Dragons 2 years ago, and we should have won, but someone stuck their foot. The Dragons did a short drop out, and someone stuck their foot in front of the 10-meter, which gave the Dragons a penalty who went up the other end and scored. Yeah. I can't remember which player it was.
How many times have
I know.
But just like I was sitting in the same spot, and I was sitting there like it's the same script all the time. We're just like dominate the stats, look like we're going to win, and then just fuck it up at the end. It's so frustrating.
You can bring up a whole stack of stats. At the end of the day, we did not throw enough attacking force at them. It's as simple as that. We did not have enough points of attack to throw at them. I reckon Terrell May, he had an absolutely fantastic game. He ran for over 200 meters, right? But at the beginning of the season, Terrell's doing that as well as 10 offloads.
Yeah.
Right. And we got second phase. And like Sam Weller's now, was that his third game back? So Luai was getting great ball to Sam Weller early in the season and putting him through a gap or giving him or at least holding the defensive line up, giving him space. None of that. Nothing.
Yep.
All right. Might skip the last clip.
Yeah.
I think we've had enough of. Love you, Benji. But,
good, bad, ugly.
Good, bad, ugly. Summer Hill Hotel.
Yeah.
Give them a plug as well. Shouts to the Summer Hill Hotel. The great place to watch footy. We'll try and get there before the end of the season, I reckon. Do another, maybe an unofficial one.
Yep,
we'll all meet up there, do a bit of a meet and greet because it's a great place, great food. If you want to book a table there, 97983264.
1 Lackey Street, just across from the station.
From the station as well. And to iChoice as well. We're coming from the iChoice studio tonight. So if you are looking for a home loan, it's a buyer's market at the moment. Sydney's plummeting the house prices. So it's a good time to buy a house. 97430000. Give Jason and his team a call, and he's in the top 8 best home loan providers or brokers in the country. He does a great job. So give iChoice a call if you're looking to buy a home. Normally, all right, we're an hour and 4 in. Do you reckon the person that complained that we don't talk footy too quickly? We've done an hour before we gave the plugs tonight. So,
yep.
Man, they it's flown by. But good, bad, ugly.
Yep.
Can we find a good?
Yep. I've been very vocal in the past about entertainment at the games. This time, they hit the nail on the head with the Wiggles. Anyone that wasn't singing Rockabye Bear is un-Australian.
My son loved
How
that.
good was that?
Yeah.
I had this guy behind
They
me.
were complaining about it. I
belting
saw
it out.
so many
It
complaints
was-
about it.
Oh,
It
was so cool.
Do you know how many people around the world? The Wiggles are the biggest export. They're bigger than AC/DC in terms of like they've surpassed AC/DC as our biggest music export. People around the world go and watch the Wiggles. We got them for free at halftime when you're going off to take a piss or
The best
get a
mega mix
food.
you'll ever
We had the whole Wiggles crew with Wags, with I can't remember Dorothy. I think Henry was there. The full contingent of the Wiggles. And people were complaining. It's like
that
my
was
son.
great.
I went off to buy dinner. And my son's 6, and he's past the Wiggles. He's AC/DC, Guns N' Roses age now, where he's surpassed his Wiggles age. But as soon as they came out, he literally walked away from me, and he's like, "No," he was at the fence, like watch, like in a day. And it's not about the halftime entertainment for the kids. Like I said, you're trying to get kids into the footy. Obviously, I would assume Anthony and John, Tigers fans, and Simon, the Red Wiggle, is a Para fan, so they always end up doing gigs.
Yeah,
It's
really
kind of
good.
like their
So
thing.
your chronological development with your kids is Wiggles, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC.
Yeah.
There's nothing in between.
My son literally went from Hot Potato to Thunderstruck. Literally, that's went Wiggle CD to Back in Black. Like my son's obsessed with AC/DC and Guns N' Roses. Yeah, he's a bogan just like me. Loves rugby league, loves fast cars. But it's the Wiggles. We got the Wiggles, and people complain. I'm like, Tigers fans will just complain about anything. That's
madness. Nah, that was
how
my,
can you not like the
that was my
Wiggles?
goodbye mile.
Like,
So well done, West Tigers.
yeah, I agree. I'm glad you said that because how can you complain about getting it's free? It's like people complain about our podcast. Like you don't have to watch it. Like you got it for nothing. So
Let me listen to the Wiggles over Guns N' Roses any day.
no, that's right. You don't like Guns N' Roses. Another wrong opinion of yours, Steve. What was your good?
Well, I had written down here for New Apollo, but we talked about that earlier. So I'm going to say Sean Milkamp. I'm going to say that's my good. Good on him for fronting up and answering those questions so forthrightly. I thought that was pretty impressive.
Dorian liked it. Yeah, Dorian liked the Wiggles. On you, Dorian. String. Someone's just asking. Rob will be back in 2 weeks. All right, he's going to make a cameo at our Leichhardt episode. He's promised that. I've put it out there. He has to do it now. So, he'll be back in 2 weeks.
Got to earn his spot back.
Yeah, he's Adam and Dewey at the moment. We have standards on this podcast.
And there's the door, Rob. There's the door.
We brought Steve over, and Gary will be on next week. So Rob the week after, but he has to do a Magpies pod to show that he's serious coming back through. Come back through Lidcombe, Rob. Bad. What have we got?
For the 5th week in a row, us. That's all I'll say on the matter. I've mentioned it before, how bad we were and why. So move on.
Charging me 60 cents to have sauce with my pasty. That's my bad.
Cheap, isn't it, these days?
Flipping heck.
How much?
60 cents just to have
Free.
sauce. Yeah, I know.
Leichhardt, you know where you don't pay for sauce?
Yeah,
Leichhardt Oval. Leichhardt Oval, they're going to fucking
60 cents. No.
Blow up.
60 cents
Yeah,
for tomato
I'll bring
sauce.
my own tomato sauce next time.
It should be, don't get me started, Rabs. Sauce should be free. This freaking country.
It is with the sausage roll, not with a pasty.
What's a pasty?
The vegetable.
It's like a squashed pie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with veggies.
Are you vegan, Steve?
No, I'm not.
I had a burger. The burger was $17.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's handy. One thing I do like about Combank is you have Church Street to avoid the stadium food. There's a lot of options there, but it's just it's so expensive. The bang for buck is not great, but it is what it is. Did you have a beer? What beer? They usually got some good beers for that.
Yeah,
selection,
mid strengths.
Can't even get a full strength.
I was
You
doing
can see why
interviews. I
people.
was doing interviews, so I couldn't get on it.
It's another reason people just. Actually, here's my bad. For the 1000th time on this show, we did not see one fucking replay on the big screen.
Yeah.
Stop putting the graphics over the replays. I don't care if it's a para try or whatever. I saw Pepper Money's logo 60 times every time, even when the bunker's checking tries. We go to the games, we turn up with our memberships. We're talking about our memberships on or off next year. I'm at my wit's end with this. Stop covering up replays on the big screen. We go to the Combank, they've put big screens there, and we can't even see a replay. We're going to pull out the phone to get fucking KO or Foxtel up on our phone
But you
just to
can't.
see a
You
replay.
You can't because
You can't. The
you never
game
get
starts,
access.
you can't get access. Yeah, that is a huge complaint that we get with the fans.
I'm glad I'm not the
and
only
we've
one.
we've told the club. We
Put
told
a
the club
tower
that.
up or something, or do something.
Do
Campbelltown, you can
Nah,
never
not
get
the
There's,
word
further.
there's a
I'm
Combank
talking
Stadium.
about-
There's a side graphic. There's a sidebar next to the screen so big that there's a sidebar for ads. Put it there. All our eyes will be up on the screen watching a replay, and you just put Pepper Money. Like it's just Pepper
Especially-
Money's logo. We know you're fucking sponsored by Pepper Money. It's on the jerseys. We want to see the replay of the game. It fucking shits me.
Re- Replay of
especially
tries.
today when these days where every try is scrutinised.
Yeah,
you
we
wanna
want
be-
to
you wanna be
we want to make
watching.
our own
It's,
decision.
it's a game of replays now.
Yeah.
Like it's so important, but it's gonna be my bad next fucking home game too because you'll keep doing it. And I know the club listens. Fix it.
My ugly was
My rant just then.
yeah, my ugly was just the first try from Sam Rani at Parramatta. Why isn't anyone talking about the fact that he dropped it? We look at every other fucking try in slow motion, yet we don't do it for this one.
Freaking replay to see it.
Yeah, I just noticed there was again, it was a ward, and look, in real time, it was a try for all money. But again, if you slow it down and
Was it
watch
the try
it
for
frame
kick?
by frame, when
Yeah.
Drew gathered on his leg. But I'm telling you what, there was separation before he actually grounded the ball. But no, let that go. Let's not look at that in slow motion.
I thought I saw that. I thought I saw a bobble as well.
Bobbled it. It
That's
wasn't
what
a
I
try.
wanted, I wanted to
Guys,
see
look
the
it
replay.
up and tell me I'm wrong.
Didn't see the replay. I only saw.
Again,
I got one
I'm all
look at it.
for. I'm all for replays being shown only in real time and the bunker only being allowed to watch them in full time. I'm a huge believer in that. If it looks like a try, it's a try. But they stop every other one by frame. So why didn't they look at that one
I think
frame
they
by
did
frame?
because they.
Well,
Butler held Moses up for a while.
Steph
for the
said
kick.
it was knocked on. Well done, Steph.
Yeah, I thought.
But no
I
one's
thought
really
it was
mentioning
live.
it.
Yeah,
That's
Mm.
and yeah, that was
I would have
my
mentioned
ugly.
it. I just I
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was
see
my
it
ugly.
because I didn't see the replay.
I didn't see it on the day either because of the.
I thought
I saw it at night I watched the-
when they scored, I'm like, I know he's I saw it from my own eyes.
Yeah.
The sideline. I thought he knocked it on when he put it down.
Oh, okay.
I
I was up the other end.
I
so I
forgot-
didn't see it.
I didn't see a replay.
I just
so.
took it on board that it was a try. But
Steve, do you any opinion on that?
No, not on that one. I to be honest with you, I didn't notice that even when I watched it on the replay. So, but my ugly is Para kick out on the full from a kickoff, right?
Mm.
And I think beauty penalty on halfway, and that rule has changed as well. Like
Yeah.
I knew they'd changed the rule for the dropout if you kick it out. I didn't realize they changed it halfway, and now they're talking about changing, giving teams an option if who kicks off. I just want to say, NRL, leave the rules alone.
I don't know. The kickoff.
Leave it alone. It's a penalty. If you kick it out in the full,
Oh yeah,
it's a
that one.
penalty.
But you're talking about if you score a try.
Well, that's what they want to change that too. Why? Why?
I don't know. I did agree with you, but when you got teams that just get on a roll and score 80 points, I think it might be a solution. To be honest,
You know what would be a better solution? Go back to the way the rule was last year before they changed it again. Well, the way the rule was last year, when I can't remember how to say it. You know, it used to be tier 40, like you get a penalty up tier 40. Now it's just 6 to go all the time.
Yeah.
That's what builds that momentum game.
Did you hear my -3 idea? Shall I bring up?
Yeah, bring it up. I haven't heard it.
You got time.
That's all right. We're going long. Basically, my idea, because the 6 again, if you get a 6 again on the fifth tackle, you get 5 extra tackles essentially because you've already used 5. If you get it on the first tackle, you only get 1. My idea was that you just take away 3 or you add 3. Add 3.
Makes sense.
Gary thought I was an idiot for that, but
how would Gary know?
He's not here.
But it's just you're right.
Tucked up in bed.
You get 1 on the first tackle. It's like I would have preferred to kick for touch. It's you're right.
Yep.
The 6 again shits me, and the thing about the 6 again that shits me too is sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and it happens so fast. You never really check.
Yeah,
there's no replays or anything.
Where you are on the field.
Yeah.
What part of the game it is.
The game's become very random and hard to follow. Those poor American kids that we spoke to, how they follow the game. But they knew we sucked. They picked that up pretty quick. Rant time. Who we got this week? Bobby Young. Who picked Bobby?
Bobby Young was picked by Gaza.
So Gaza picked Bobby Young. Bobby Young said, expect the spoon next year if we don't make serious changes to that coaching staff. Benji needs people around him who know what the F they are doing. Hayden Lussick, I think it was yours.
Yep.
I can't. It's hard to read on my screen.
Unenthusiastic.
Thanks,
this
Bob.
week leading up to the game, I felt nothing. Not excited for Appy's 250th or the result. During the game, even when AD kicked the field goal, I had no hope and we would hold them out. The club players, coaches don't know how to compete at NRL standard. And to top it off, Benji was proud of the effort of the boys showed in the press conference to come back in the second half against a team in the bottom 4 who had 18 errors.
And then David Elliott said, the most undercoached team in the NRL. They have no attack, no defense. I believe we have the team to do better. However, we don't have the coaches to take us forward. I am totally embarrassed to say I support the Tigers. So one of these people will win a $25 voucher to the Summerhill Hotel. If you're watching the live stream right now, type in comment 1 for Bobby, comment 2 for Hayden, or comment 3 for David. Go. Hopefully they live in Sydney.
Yep.
They can go. All right. Trivia time. No team list. No team list.
We mentioned that Magpies, Bears.
Later.
Okay.
We'll get to it. If we have time.
We're doing that first. Top.
We'll do trivia. We'll get into the trivia.
Let's do it.
What year was this? I think Steve will know this one, but what do you see on the screen there, Steve? Can you see the screen all right?
Oh.
Describe what you're seeing for the people at home that.
So I'm seeing a thumbs up for a player in the Protons car jersey.
Can you tell who it is?
No,
I can't. Okay. It was Brett Hodgson.
Oh, is it Hodgson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, am I answering it or not?
Yeah. Go for it. What year was that?
Is that 2005? No, the Protons jersey went 2005.
What are you thinking, Hoff?
2014.
I'll give you a hint. It's his very last game. I flew up to the Gold Coast for it. I bought a Hodjo Captain Courageous t-shirt. Do you know it, Jay?
The giveaway is we only wore those jerseys for 3 years of our existence.
I also cut out a badge on purpose because it was a 2008 centenary year. It was 2008. So Hodjo's very last game as a West Tiger up there on the Gold Coast. We got a good. I think we won that. I can't remember.
He looks happy, so we probably did.
Just happy it's all finished, I guess. But all right. Which teams did the Balmain Tigers and the Western Suburbs Magpies play the most games against? So in their whole history of how long were they around for? 91 years.
Yep.
What teams did they play against the most?
I'll say Rabbits.
Yeah, I was going to say East.
Now, it's a different answer for each team, so give an answer for each.
Balmain Rabbits.
I'll say West for East because they're both foundation.
Do you want to do the opposite? Throw one in for the opposite?
What?
I think what we've done.
All right. Well, no, I'm just saying Steve did a Balmain answer. You did a West answer. You,
Oh.
you can do the opposite if you want.
Opposite?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Go for this in the rehearsal.
Well, when did Balmain come into the comp? 1920 something.
A week.
1908.
A week before the Magpies.
Are they foundation as well, Balmain?
Yeah.
Balmain was the second
Oh,
club.
don't
Yeah.
you know your history?
South the
No,
first,
hey,
then was
No,
Balmain.
you know what? You're right. You're 100% right because they played at Birchgrove. I think that was their very first ever game.
Yep.
See,
West
you,
played
West
Balmain.
played Balmain.
The very first.
Yeah,
you
well,
Sorry,
West
everyone.
Guys, you West guys just pretend to like Balmain, don't you? Fair income.
Oh,
HBG will be on to you.
South is correct for the Magpies. The correct answer for Balmain is the Magpies. So
Ah.
180 Balmain played West 181 times. West played South and East 182 times.
okay.
181 for about 145 wins for Balmain. wasn't it?
Balmain, off the top of my head, was 104-ish. I think it was like 104 to 70 something. West were good in the
Last victory
80s,
against, though, I think West
70s
got the
something.
last
We were
victory
good
in the
in,
Balmain
we were
West
good
Cup.
in that.
though.
Yeah, we were good in that last game in 1999.
well, there's one out of 181.
Was Dennis Burgess at the 1908 game? Was he?
It was definitely 69.
Be there if there was a free chicken, he'd have been there.
How many amongst those 181 games? How many ties? How many draws did we have? No golden point in those days. Do we like a draw?
15.
Do you wish the draw came back?
Yes,
I hate
100%.
golden point. I hate
Always
golden point.
hated it. It's one of the first things I'd get rid of if I was the CEO,
What's your number? What are you locking in?
and I'd go back down to 12 sides. Anyway,
15, I think.
15 for Steve.
27.
27.
Oh, sorry, no. 17.
I believe the answer was, is it 8? Waiting for the answer. 8, yes. So 8. So how are you to know that? It's a bye week. I normally do a matchup trivia, so I thought I'd throw in the foundation clubs there. All right, name this former player. I feel like there's so many. So let me know what you can tell me.
A journeyman.
It was absolutely this guy. He certainly has had a journey. Read out the logos that you can see.
Yep, we've gone from Newtown to Rabbitohs to Dogs to Magpies to Easts to Balmain and then back to Rabbitohs again.
I feel like someone in the comments will get this pretty quickly. It's
So it's old school.
pretty old school. Yeah.
I'm from Newtown.
Any ideas, Steve?
Really old Eastern Suburbs logo as well.
No.
Yeah, I try to match the logo from the years they were there as well.
Oh,
Nathan's got
no.
it. Yeah. John Elias.
Oh, right.
Mm.
Okay.
Good for the
I
Magpies.
didn't realize he played for the Magpies.
Yeah, his nickname was Gaddafi.
Gaddafi.
Yeah, we called him Gaddafi.
That seems pretty racist, but
No, that was his name. Everyone, it was his. I think that was his nickname. That's what the big flag waves used to call him.
okay.
We loved him. He was a great player for West.
Any memories of
Big
John
fan.
Elias, Steve?
No, oh yeah, I do. I remember him playing for Balmain, and he was a decent player. But
Good player.
but I tell you what, my most recent memory, I saw a doco on what I don't know whether it was a Yvonne.
Yeah, that was
Sampson
really good.
one.
Watch.
Was it
Yeah,
Yvonne?
It was
Yeah.
a really good watch.
It wasn't a good,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
because
saw that.
he got himself mixed. I
Mm.
still don't think he's a saint, but he certainly got his life together.
Yeah,
now.
no, good on him.
Yeah.
And he always he played his heart and soul for the Maggies,
Mm.
and probably for Balmain. He was that sort of player. You know, he left everything out on the field.
Tough player.
Yeah, real tough.
Righto. Bit of a puzzle one, Steve. I don't know if you've seen these. So basically 3 pictures to make up the name of a former West Tiger. Describe what you can see on the screen there. I don't
Without
know.
giving it away, we've got a famous YouTube video of someone from Punch Bowl. We've got Mr. Bashara, and we've got Junior Bashara as
Junior
well.
Bashara. Do you know who there's any idea the first? Of course, Jay, you're a millennial like me. Every millennial will know who. Any millennial that lives in Sydney will know who this person is. It is, of course, Trent from Punchy, which I only recently found out is an actor. Did you know he's an actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a guy like iconic. You guys have never heard of Trent from Punchy?
No.
Of a favour,
he does-
YouTube Trent from Punchy. Oh, the best.
When did you get that photo of Rob? What, 1987?
Google. Yeah, I don't know. I just Googled his name and that came up. Look at him with his glasses playing poker. And of course, Rob Jr. Yep, few people in the crowd. Well done to the string. Tiger Beto is, so go back. So the images, Trent from Punchy into Rob and his son, Trent Robinson.
Classic. It was good. That was good, that.
So shouts to Tiger Beto and String T2E. Righto, who am I time? Winner, the first person to comment the correct answer to this one gets a $25 voucher to the Summer Hill Hotel. Born in the 13th of December 1935 in Paddington. Attended Homebush Boys High School and excelled as a young sportsman, captaining his school's first grade rugby union team. And represented combined high schools, later captain a Sydney Combined Teachers College side while training to become a teacher. Before reaching the elite level, played junior rugby league with Mount Pritchard. First made his name in rugby union, playing fly half for Gordon, and earned 10 test caps for the Wallabies between 1956 and 1959. Toured Britain, Ireland, and France, played against Wales, the All Blacks, and the British Lions. It was one of Australia's finest playmakers. With a young family of support, he made the decision to switch codes in 1960, joining the Western Suburbs Magpies. That made him the 26th dual code international, following Rex Mossop. You know, Rex Mossop played rugby union. There you go. I thought he was just a commentator. Yeah, I didn't realize he played for the Wallabies. I never knew that. At club level, helped Western Suburbs play 3 consecutive grand finals between 61 and 63, and ended in defeat to the St George Dragons. He represented New South Wales rugby league team, the Australian national team, but his greatest contribution came as captain, taking over Australian captaincy in 1962, led the Kangaroos through 5 unbeaten test matches, and later appointed captain coach for the famous 63-64 Kangaroo Tour. In 2008, I was named among the 100 greatest players in the Australian Rugby League and was inducted as an inaugural member of the Western Suburbs Magpies Hall of Fame. I am remembered just as much for a single photograph as I am for my football. Following the muddy 1963 grand final, embraced opposition captain Norm Provan in an image that became known as the Gladiators. That photograph inspired the bronze sculpture in the NRL Premiership Trophy, making me one of the most recognisable figures in Australian sporting history. Hoffy, of course, is
the great Arthur Summons.
And do we have a winner? Who have we got? Jay? And where in the world do they live? I bet it's not Sydney. Who got it?
EMN8OR.
Emmanuel. Emmanuel again. We know Emmanuel. We've seen Emmanuel's gone to the Summer Hill Hotel with us. Is it definitely Emmanuel? Nathan's gone.
The other
Norm Provan. Yeah, unlucky, Nathan, because you would have come in first there. So Emmanuel, $25 voucher.
Magpies
coming your way.
63 grand final too. Just saying.
Were you there?
No, didn't have to be. I've read the history.
What's it on TV?
Ask Jack Gibson. He'll tell you.
Beer soft, Jack. All right. What do we got left? The grades. The women had a great win. Did you guys watch the women's game?
Yeah, did.
Ironically, I watched the first half. I was on in the bar. I was getting a haircut. I was on in the barber shop watching the girls get a win, 32-20. Win over the Sharks. Big win out at Wagga. The Maggies had a good win, 50-24. Lidcombe Oval. Jersey Flegg went down by 1 point to the Eels. Women's Premiership, they lost to the Wenty Magpies 28-10. This week, the NRLW girls are playing the Dragons. That's Sunday at 1:35. Watch Hear Her Roar on Thursday. The girls will preview that game. In the Women's Premiership, they're playing Wenty at Ringrose Park on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Jersey Flegg, they're getting a trip to Fiji this week. So 10 a.m. It's not in Lakemba. It's actually in Fiji. AI lost its shit there and thought that whatever the Fijian town's called, I thought it said Lakemba, but they're not. Definitely not playing in Lakemba. Magpies are playing the Bears. That's a cool
Bear Park Sunday afternoon. Get out there.
That'd be a cool
great
one.
Day.
And
great day out at Bear Park.
Yeah, I thought maybe some first grade names might have been dropped to the Magpies this week.
No,
doesn't seem to be any.
No,
players.
Still early, I suppose.
Yeah, Benji's given most of the boys a rest, but yeah, I've never been to North Sydney Oval.
Oh, you got to.
Never been. Yeah,
Great ground.
Yeah, so I've been told. So if I would have liked to, but I'll be in Melbourne this weekend. All right. Table wise, I believe the Magpies are still within a shot of making the finals. I think they're tied. What have we got? Tied. No, they're 2 points behind fifth at the moment. So they were coming home. They're 9-9 at the moment. It's so, I don't know, it's so dumb. It's only a top 5 out of 14. That's what you like, though. Top 5.
I just want 12. 12 teams, top 5.
Well, the New South Wales Cup is almost like that. So, yeah, 2 points. How's our for? Our for and against is good. So, get a win against.
Definitely make it.
Get a win against the Dragons this week. They're definitely in contention. Flegg, they're coming 6th as well. So, they're tied 5th with the Rabbitohs. So, playing against the incoming Spooners, the Silktails, they should put a cricket score on them this weekend. Hopefully, the Rabbitohs don't win. We can jump them into the top 5. So, both teams there are a big chance. In the women's, I mean, who cares really, the women's in terms of ladder position? The girls have won 3 games against the Roosters, and the Broncos games are out of the way because they just haul all the freaking Origin players. So consider the season essentially they're like buys at the moment. So the girls have won 3 big games and they're tied on points with 4th at the moment. So the girls, as Adel said on the show, on the Claws Out the other night, they should make the finals this year,
and they should. Yeah. They'd be starting favourites this week.
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
So keep going, girls. The girls are unreal.
Playing some good footy.
What's our halfback's name?
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but she's a great. But you know,
I had her on Racine. Thank you. I only typed her name out 100 times when she was on the show.
I was talking to Kelly and Rachel about her the other day, and they both said to me that she lost a heap. Like, she came to the club fairly dejected about footy and had put on a lot of weight, and she's got most of it off apparently. And you know, the way she played the other day, she was
unreal.
Apart.
Yeah, she's a great player.
Very
great
deceptive.
Signing. She carved up on the weekend. She's great. It's amazing what a good leader in the halves does. So the team, the girls are going so good. They're great to watch. So definitely check them out on Sunday. All right. I think we're about to say goodnight to Big Dog. Oh, we've got Discord. We did promise. I thought the show would be short this week. I said to the guys in Discord, send us some questions. Yeah, send us some questions because I don't think the show, here we are 92 minutes into the show. What did the guys, did we get much? We've got a rant from Rob Bashara. I'm not reading that. Ben said,
it's not like Rob.
If I wanted a career as a coach, I wouldn't sign. No, he's just replying to Rob. No questions. Oh, thanks, guys. I put the question out.
I had a question.
Sione Chicken Wings said, "Why are we so shit?" I guess we covered that tonight already.
Time's over.
So what? Say what you're going to say. I'll work out what Rob said here.
Do we win another game in 2026? All those still in the live chat.
We'll beat the Dragons next week.
Said that against Para.
I think we can declare our best rant poll over, and I'll start a new poll quickly before we say goodbye.
Nah. Time to go to bed, Joe. Time to go.
Are we going to win one more game?
I don't think we've shown any form to say that we are going to win a game. But in saying that, I reckon we'll sneak a game somewhere. I don't think we'll beat the Dragons. I reckon the Dragons are playing pretty good, actually. I reckon we might sneak past Penrith because I reckon Penrith will rest a lot of players.
We're playing against St Mary's. We'll beat the Dragons. Back of a rest. The boys will be a bit fresh and we'll come out and win next week.
If we beat Saints, we'll beat East.
And then the Panthers, 3 in a row to finish.
Mate, there is no way.
I know there's
we
Cowboys
beat
in
the
between, isn't there? Cowboys, yeah, Cowboys probably touches.
That's up there too, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're going to want their
Just
revenge.
anyone who's bought flights for that game.
Well, I suppose with Cowboys having 82 put on them, it should be a close game.
That's on my bucket list.
Mm.
A game up there. I'd love to do that. That'd be really
Yeah, I did Dairy Farmers twice. I haven't done the new
okay.
stadium yet. Maybe we'll do that next year. We'll do a West Tigers TV trip. Become a member. If we get 1,000 members on the YouTube, fund a few flights for us to go up. Have you done Townsville before, Steve?
Not for footy. No, I've been to Townsville, but not for footy. Huh?
Stay on Magnetic Island. It's great. You go to the footy in your shorts and
it's mad.
shirt in the middle of winter.
Great.
It's the best. All right.
All right.
Time to say thank you, Steve, for
Pleasure, guys.
coming on.
Thank
Good to
you.
have you back on the channel after a bit of a rest. At least you only had a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
You set up for a couple of weeks
yeah,
off
couple
and
of
back
weeks
off the
off.
bench.
Yep.
Unlike someone, he'll be back 2 weeks.
full moon.
Everyone send in. He's on the social. He's on Twitter still. Get in his DMs and say, "Come back." I feel like Rob. I feel like he wants to. He just
Yeah, well, you know what?
And he
made
feels-
his bed
he
and
made-
lie in it.
Yeah.
You don't say, I'm off willy-nilly.
yeah.
So
He'll come back.
yesterday.
He'll
Yeah.
come back. Leichhardt Oval, 2 weeks' time. Get your tickets, West Life as a code on the Inner West. Actually, I have a link to, I've got to mention this before. If you go to westtigers.tv, I've hyperlinked the link to buy to claim tickets to that concert as well. I'll show us that during the plug. If you can't find where to buy tickets or claim tickets, I keep saying buy. It's free.
Yeah.
West Life code. There's 100. Get them. Be
Only
there.
if you're going to go, though. Don't just take them for the sake of it.
Yeah. You heard it from Hoff. All right. As always,
Go the West Tigers.
Well, boys and girls, Big Dog's had another exciting day. Perhaps it's time for Big Dog to say goodnight to all his friends and go to bed. Good night, Big Dog. Good night, girls and boys. Sweet dreams.